Testing. 1, 2, 3. Welcome everybody to another episode number 60 of Drawing Doodie Live. And today, basically, I'm just gonna have fun and draw Doodie, possibly with a sign saying "Help Wanted." We're gonna have fun today. We'll see what happens. But don't forget that there's an Alien in My Toilet issue number 3 launches on the 20th of September. And if you sign up, there's a lot of goodies available for you. So, I'll talk about that in a second. But before we do, let's start the show.
Hi, I'm Vera. Wait, hold on, I'm Vera. Well, we're both Veras. Anyway, welcome to Drawing Doodie, where I take my favorite character, Dudarius Uranius, from There's an Alien in My Toilet, and I put him in all sorts of costumes, from your most iconic characters to just a pirate, or even Thundercats, or a bandit. Well, every day I take Doodie and I have fun, and I'm glad that you're here to have fun with me. If you have time, please check out doodiesworld.com, and if you like this episode and every episode before it, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much, and let's start drawing.
All right. So, again, September 20th, There's an Alien in My Toilet issue number 3 launches Chihuahua on Kickstarter. And there is the standard cover, and there's also this variant cover, homage to The Shining. Here's Doodie. That'll be available on the campaign. But if you sign up, there's something that's in it for you. What's in it for you? I'll tell you. It's Doodie time. Sign up today and let's make history together. And that's the hashtag I'm using, Make History. And if you sign up today and you let me know either in this chat, hey, I signed up. Currently, we're at 16 signups. If you sign up today, I will send you this Doodie's Monsters on Planet Cthulhu print right there. Boom. I'll send you that digital print. And if you back it physically for a physical tier, then you'll get that print, a physical print, 7x10-inch, high gloss, full color cardstock print for the campaign. So this campaign is exciting because Doodie finally escapes the woods and gets into a house where he meets a Chihuahua named Herman. There's a family that lives there. There's a whole lot of things going on. There's bees. There's all kinds of stuff. And not only that, but there's a double feature. So there is a stretch goal. And on that stretch goal, there's a full color comic that I'm currently working on page 16 today. I'm trying to have it all done before the launch. And I will have it all done in about a week or two. And it's Doodie's Monsters versus on Planet Cthulhu. Doodie is back at home. This is after his stint on Earth. And he's back at home, and he is bored, and he wants to go on an adventure. He finds out that some of the military disappeared in the Outer Rim, and they're trying to find out what it is. He's never heard of a Cthulhu, and his friends are saying, "Don't go. You're just a teenager. What are you doing?" And he goes off on an adventure, and I think he bites off more than he could chew. So this is going to be a cool, scary adventure, just in time for Halloween, and you can unlock that and add that to your basket. You can get the single cover, which is Cthulhu on the throne, or you can get all 3 covers with the monsters and Cthulhu's army, and collect it into one single piece. So daily, I'll be updating where we land. When I first did the update, I did this image yesterday. We were at 12%. As far as 12% of 100, that means 12 people have signed up. We're currently at 16. So 16 people have signed up. Thank you so much. And thank you to the 2 people that let me know that you signed up, Aurelis and Paul from ASAP Comics. Thank you so much. I actually sent you guys your email, your digital prints. So I appreciate you. The other 14, I don't know who you are, so I can't send you any digital prints. But if you let me know that it was you, I will send it to you. And again, if you back it when we launch, also, you'll get that print, physical print. So I'm excited about this campaign. I'm excited about Doodie. I think this one's going to be the one that brings it home, because it's funnier than the first 2. There's a lot of antics and crazy stuff, and I think you're going to love it. And if you have kids, this is a great way to get the kids into comics, and I hope that you join me. Let's get some music going before I start drawing. And again, if you haven't done so already, I would have really appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, sign, hit that like button, leave a comment, help the algorithms work in this channel's favor. And if you missed yesterday, we had a live show with Tech the Gods. last night at 8 p.m. It was a great show, a lively show, a lot of chatter. They raffled off a lot of cool prizes. And this morning we had the Morning Brew. Same thing, a lot of chatter, great conversation, tons of engagement. Check out those episodes. They're currently on the channel. So right now we're going to draw. And I'm going to move over to my draft table. But did I remind you? Hey, your support means a lot. If you could sign up today, that would be awesome. Can we get to 20% today? That's the question. We can do it if you join in on the adventure. So we're gonna have fun. I saw an image of Howard the Duck, and I actually like that image. So I'm gonna actually use that image to draw Doodie. I use that pose. I like the pose. So we're going to actually we'll do it here. Yeah, I love Howard the Duck. I don't know about you, right? And shout out to Hector Rodriguez. George just let me know that Hector gave me the Hector did a fan art piece for Forbidden, my other series, my fantasy series, which will be out in stores next year as a graphic novel. So look out for that. It'll be in all the stores, so that'll be dope. But yeah, and Hector actually gave me the original art piece. That's freaking fantastic. And I love Hector's work. He's done Mandy Pandy for me. He's done a promo piece for Doodie. He's did a promo piece for Forbidden. And good looking out, Heck, man. Totally appreciate the love and support. I'm framed that bad boy. Put that on my wall right next to the piece that Anibal Arroyo did. Anibal Arroyo did a really great piece of the boys. Me, George Medina, Jonathan Syfax. He did this amazing piece, and I have it right above my podcasting station, nice and framed. Those are things that are like priceless, So Hector's piece is going right there next to it. So again, thank you, Heck. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Yeah, I wish I was with you guys at the. Why did I go there? I don't want to use that. I really wanted to be at the Terrificon with everybody, but I couldn't. Hey, what's up, David? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I was I had this gentleman on my show last night. And he is an entrepreneur, businessman, educated in the US, relocated to Costa Rica and opened up his own business, and he runs an empire. And he was a guest on my show. He reached out. He said that he really enjoyed the show, and he really, was a fan of Catch the Crazy and wanted to just come on. And so it's the first of its kind to have somebody in a different arena like that come on the show. And so, he reached out, and it was a great interview. And one thing that he said when you said that just now about the inspiration, he identified his purpose at a young age. And before college, and he knew exactly what he wanted to do with his life, and he dedicated his life to his passion, and and that was his inspiration, was the fact that he understood his calling, and that was very uplifting for me, having that conversation. That interview is coming out on September 2nd on the channel. Yes, this guy, the fact that he uprooted his life and went to a whole new country and started his business, it's fascinating. His story's fascinating. His very motivating. Yeah, that's going to be a good show. And it struck a chord talking to him, because it reminded me of why I do it, and why I risk so much to try to fulfill my dream and see my dream come true, and sometimes you need those little recharges or little boosts of inspiration to get you going, actually I'm gonna move this here. Because sometimes life takes a toll, and sometimes things get in the way, and there are voices, and there are opinions, and there's real word stuff, and then you're questioning everything, and I think if you can find a way to reset and keep yourself focused, I think that's the biggest thing, is to keep focused no matter what. It ain't supposed to be easy, but it should be fun if you love what you do. Nothing's ever supposed to be easy. Yeah, I mean, I did that. I walked away. I had to reset for 10 years, and and I couldn't face myself. I was upset with myself for doing so. But it's sometimes things happen, and you just can't control it. Yes, and especially as you get older, if you stop working out, that your Mother Nature will tell you, oh well, you know what, that jelly roll just came back. It's like, wait, hold on. So it's I think you got to find the grit and the motivation within yourself, to keep it going, because at the end of the day, it's going to be you. It's up to you, nobody else, because no one understands. Everybody thinks that they know what's best for you. From your parents to your loved ones, they always think, when are you going to get a real job? Or when you're going to, this is a pipe dream. Don't you think you've done it long enough? If this, you're going to hear all those things, right? And those are the 9-to-5ers. Those are the people who have done this, been a blue or white collar worker their whole lives. Never really fulfilling their dream, but they needed to make ends meet, and they chose to, just do the bare minimum to be a good citizen. And what? I have a house, I have a family. I might not have been able to fulfill my passion, but at least I have a stable job, and I pay the bills, and I don't have to worry, and that's good for some. And that's the majority. The minority are the ones who fight through. Yeah, safety. People like safety. People like familiarity. I like to be in the familiar. I like to play in the safe zone. Where everybody else is. And it's and look, that's the choice you make. That's the, But I think one of the things is being able to look in the mirror and say, am I happy with myself? Did I make the right choice? That's the hard part. Did I make the right choice? Boils down to risk as well, folks. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I just completed page 15 of the Monster series, 100%, like pencil, ink, colored, lettered, completed. I'm working on 16 and 17 today. I already thumbnailed them. My goal is to get all that stuff done. I only have a short window of time. I've been looking at my options. I don't know if I'm going to go. Unfortunately, I have to go into an industry I don't want to go into, but that's the easiest thing for me to find. But I want to find something that gives me balance. So that's the hard part, is finding something that's going to give me the opportunity to manage getting this stuff done, because I don't want to put this on hold. It's just so, like for Cast the Craze podcast, I just changed the the October, from October on, you can only book for the 8 o'clock spot. So the 7 o'clock spot is no longer available because I'm not doing 2 shows a night. So I'm just doing things ahead of time and adjusting schedules and stuff like that to make sure that I'm ready when it's time to start. I want to find something where at least I could be home by 8 o'clock, and because it's about an hour, you think about between 8 to 9:30, spend time with my wife and the dogs, and then from 9:30 to about 12:30, it's at least 3 hours a night. If I can take 3 hours a night to dedicate to my craft, that'll be great. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm not going to walk away from my dream. I've gone too far now this time out, and I can feel it in my bones, that it's just a matter of time. So it's just, gotta do the big boy stuff and take care of stuff of the real world, and at the same time. So that's why I'm trying to get as much work done now. Even like with the daily drawings, it'll probably go down to weekly drawings because of, or I may just use those evenings to work on my actual projects live at night, and get on, if people are not sleeping, they can watch it. They can watch it on the restreams. So a lot of things to figure out, Oh, cool. Cool beans. Oh, wow. Is it because of the move? And how's that going along? Were you able, how's that, the selling going? Oh, believe me, I understand. Oh, no, bro. Oh. Yeesh. Yeah, I think it's the market is so slow right. Yeah, I think the problem with that is because the banks and the corporations that bought up all the real estate, they jacked up the prices, and the banks are making it so difficult for people. You got to make like 6 times your salary to qualify for loans unless you're paying full cash. It's crazy what's happened. Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine who got a letter in the mail from, and she rents, and she got a letter in the mail saying that in 30 days her rent's gonna double. For a 1-bedroom 750 square foot apartment, she was paying $2,500. It's gonna go to $5,000. It's crazy, and they're allowed to do that, and they're allowed to get away with it. It's unbelievable. Yeah, and I think it's what happens is, they said, the government said, hey, don't worry about it. We're going to give you money to stay home, and don't worry about it. You don't have to pay your rent during the pandemic. And so everybody that took a loss, they said, well, we're going to recoup our loss, and now we want our money back. and so they're jacking up the prices, and now it's just not sustainable. Which is nuts. It's a tough, cruel world when big business takes over. No problem. Yeah, Daphne was on doing the same thing 2 days ago. She was inking while listening as well. Oh, did I put the... What's that thing? Link. There was an interesting conversation on the Morning Brew this morning where, we were talking about compromising the integrity of your characters to fit a growing trend. Right now, if you're on crowdfunding, there's a big demand for sexy covers and pinups, right? And I overheard a podcast where the indie creators are talking about, even though the story doesn't represent that, to create some variant covers or pinups with some scantily clad images to drive more people to their Kickstarter. And I thought that was interesting. For me, it's like, why compromise the integrity of your creation? Why not just create something else? If you want to ride the wave of a trend, why not just create something completely different instead of tainting what you've created in the first place? How many times can you chase a trend? Maybe you could be the one that starts the trend, and you never know because you never actually gave your product a chance. So that's like a tough pill to swallow, especially for me, because never been a big supporter of chasing trends, following others. But it's also one of those things that people will you gotta do what's right for you. But if you're gonna create a character and you want to build an audience around that character, and then midway you change the dynamics of that character, the audience is not going to think that you're serious. You know what it is. I face that too because when you love what you do and you love your character and you're trying to get people to see what you see, that's the hard thing because and then when your reach is so limited, you're thinking it's because of a lack of effort. It's really just a lack of visibility because I think I always say if you read, especially if you have, for me, myself personally, if you have kids and if you've read There's Nailing in My Toilet, or you give it to your kids are going to become fans of it. It's just getting it into those hands. And what I find is, just another idea I hear, this is a little while ago, learn to fail quicker. Yeah, it's like fail fast, but keep moving forward. You gotta. It's one of those things where you can't get obsessed with the failure. You have to learn the lessons of the why. Why did it fail? Why didn't and could I have done something different? And then move on. Most people will sit on it and be obsessed with the whole thing. I failed because I think sometimes just trying something new. I hear what other creators are doing, and they're doing unique and creative things today. I'm like, oh, I didn't think of that. I think I'm going to do texture. I'll do that on a separate layer. I think I go back to those interviews with like Charles Schultz and Jim Davis, and Charles Schultz being told that he wasn't a good artist. He had to learn anatomy and perspective, and he was, all that stuff, whatever, how many times rejection letters, and but they were persistent and they kept focus, and that's the biggest thing. Life is always going to test you. How bad do you want it? And one thing that I always say, it's you can't control timing, but you can control what you do with the time you have. So when and how your story takes off, you can't control that. The market controls that. The industry controls that. It takes one person picking up your book and saying, I endorse this, and that person has a huge fan base, and next you know, everyone's gravitating to your stuff. So you can't control when. You can control how you and your commitment. And that's what I say, just commit daily. Just keep grinding. Keep grinding. Yes. The market will dictate what happens. What's this? You can't control that. Control what you can't control. Create the best work that you can with the time that you have. Have fun doing it. And then let the chips fall where they may. It's believe me, I wake up, there are days I wake up and like, oh Sam, what are you doing? And then there are times where I'm just like, stay focused, Sam, stay focused, it'll happen. I'll give him a red baseball cap. But I love what I do. I love the character that I created. And for me, that's that matters the most. Oh, do you first. If I want. It's tough. Like I was listening to another indie creator went to San Diego Comic-Con and he had a product and it was a bust. So they took a huge loss, right? So, you know, hotel stay, table costs, food, airfare, all that stuff. And they took a huge loss. That is so defeating and discouraging, you know? And then how do you reset? How do you get back in? That's the $1 million question, you know? Because then what happens is you come back and then you gotta, if you're married and you have kids, you gotta reassess, you know, was it worth it? You know, should I have done this? All these things. Which is like for me, the shows that I'm doing are all local. I don't have to worry about a hotel. I don't have to worry about airfare. You know, I could pack a cooler because and most of them are within 45 minutes or less from the house. You know, I'm doing 4 conventions coming up, and all of them are within the closest is like 25 minutes. The furthest is about 45 minutes. You know, and I don't have to buy food at the venue. I take a cooler, I pack it up. You know, try to minimize the risk factor, right? The losses. Yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, I budgeted this at the beginning of the year. Like, I made sure that I picked events that were within my means, and that I knew that if I did my job and worked really hard at the events, that I can make that money back easily. And you know, not just sit there and just hope people would come by. And I know that I have to work, and it's like punching a clock. So for me, that's the most important. It's like, all right, I can definitely recoup the cost of being here. Now the other part's going to be making a profit to be able to fuel the engine. You know, like the Fan Expo was a great investment. You know, I made back all my money. The money I spent for printing, the money I spent for the table, I was happy about it. You know, so for me, that was a smart investment. So I don't want to, even though, some of these events are huge and iconic and whatever, they really work for the big boys. And if I have to travel, I have to make sure that it's worth the risk. Yeah, there you go. It's that's that fork in the road, right? It's that fork in the road where reality meets was it perspiration and aspiration or whatever. It's that fork in the road. We all face it one day. What do I do right now? It's like, and I think if you're honest with yourself and you're smart about what you're going to do, it'll work itself out eventually. It's just the biggest thing is just be honest, and say, all right, look, this is working, this is not working. What do I need to do to change things up? And go from there. It doesn't mean you have to, 100% give everything up. It's just you have to remember that you're not responsible for you anymore. I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's like, I know I'm not just responsible for me, and so while I have a great support structure, I also have to be respectful and realistic. I see that. There's somewhere here. I haven't even done that luggage yet. Did I do it yet? I haven't even done that yet. Oh. Oh, thanks, man. I hope so, because I've been breaking my chops on this stuff. And I've been watching a lot of videos, trying to yeah, and there's so much to learn. I mean, this is the shortcut keys. Yes, I have to work on setting up all of my shortcut keys. I haven't gotten that far yet because I've been just grinding, but it's one of those things that's on my agenda. It's so I can move faster. In fact, I'm also working on figuring out how to get my laptop stationed above my Cintiq, because right now I have it off to the side and I use it, so I want it above, so I can and then have a Bluetooth keyboard below me, so I can, at my waist, so I can be faster. The goal is to get faster, but right now I'm working on building up my skill set. Oh, I don't want that. This is what I want. There you go. Yeah, trying to get, it's like one of those things where it's like, it's funny because, with the idea of going back to work, one of the things is my office, the first thing I do, no matter where I went, what organization I worked for, I looked at my setup. I always have to have 3 monitors, right? Because I have one with the emails and one with spreadsheets and the other one. Yeah, so I have 3 different things going on. And placement of where my keyboard, all those things, everything's set up so that way I go in, I could just do what I need to do and keep it moving, to be as comfortable and fit my work needs. Same thing here. It's like I put a lot of emphasis into my podcast station and not really enough onto my illustration station. So now one of the things I have on my agenda is I'm building it myself. It's a stand behind this draft table that'll have my laptop, and I already have the keyboard drawer that I'll have beneath, so I can actually do what I need to do. And what am I missing? I'll leave that like that. All right, so now let me give him some sort of ground. Brown, I use brown. Or like a dark brown, yeah. So I'll use a different one. I'll use a middle line. Let me hide you for a second and drop that ink. All right, cool. Put him back in. There he is. Multiply. A brush. Thanks, brother. I'll definitely check out the book. You gotta schedule yourself to come back on the show to promote the book, bro. Hilarious. Too much pressure. Hey, it's like 2 guys at a bar. What are you talking about? There's no pressure. 2 guys at a bar. I'm gonna spray paint. I don't want that. That's what I want. textured pen. Do this at a. What if let's change it to black. Black. Oh, I like that. Let's slide that over a little bit. Subcolor red. There we go. Help me reach 100. So there it is. So today I was just having fun. And this ties into There's Nail in My Toilet, the signups on Kickstarter. So we're currently at 16. Let's try to help Doodie get to 100 signups. And he's on that road and he needs you. He has his luggage packed and he needs his 100 signups to get to his destination. So this is Drawing Doodie Live. If you signed up today for There's Nail in My Toilet, the link is in the chat. Issue number 3, Aichiwawa. Double feature with Doodie's Monsters on Planet Cthulhu. Check it out. Thank you all for joining me today. And remember, if you do sign up, all you have to do is send me a DM with your email, and I'll send you a copy of Doodie's Monsters on Planet Cthulhu, digital copy of the print. And if you then back it when we go live on the 20th of September, you'll get that print in the mail. So it's going to be dope. Turn off the music. Thank you again for watching today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend. And thank you, Dave, and good luck again with the house hunting. And it was great chatting with you again. And with that said, I am VeRA, aka the Crazy Man, aka host of Cast Your Craze podcast and independent artist. You guys have a great day.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and pick up a copy of There's Nail in My Toilet on dudiesworld.com. See you next time. Have a great day.